Hi, this is Professor Matt W., and it's been a while. I've been on a bit of a hiatus because I have been building a school, which now has about 100 kids in it, and I think I know everyone's name, and everything is going quite well. So I'm back at it. I'm back at being Professor Matt. Not that I ever wasn't, but I have something new to show you. It came with a fossil delivery, a museum that went out of business in Montana, and I think I'll show you now because I don't really have a place for it at the school because the school is full of all my objects, as my students and staff know. So today is going to be about Triceratops and their massive horn. And we'll go over the Triceratops. We went over it a little bit briefly before, and now that I have an actual horn from a Triceratops that is actually part of a skull that I have in this room, we'll know more about it. All this and more, and more to come in future weeks. So stay tuned. Hi friends, so this is the frill, if you can see it. This is the frill and the horn, that massive horn of a Triceratops. And the Triceratops was of the family Ceratopsidae, and it was in the order of the Ornithoschia. And Triceratops were one of the largest ceratopsians, measuring up to 9 meters in length. That's about 30 feet long, and weighing between 6 to 12 tons. Now the skull that we have here, as you can see, it had a massive skull, and it could measure up to 1/3 of its entire body length. The skull featured a prominent bony frill at the back, that's this right here, and also 3 distinct facial horns. Now I have one of the distinct facial horns on this awesome specimen. I have one coming off the top, but this was it's a pretty well preserved specimen with one. The horns, they were brow horns, so they're right above the brow, right above its eyes, and they could reach 1 meter in length. The one that I was holding, it's not quite a meter. Probably about 1.5 feet, I would say. And so it wasn't a full-size Triceratops. And these horns, along with the frill, likely played roles in defense, mating, and interspecies combat, similar to how rhinoceri fight or how elephants fight. And the frill was a solid bony structure extending from the back into the skull, and it served to protect the species. And the body of the Triceratops was very, very sturdy. Now, these lived in the late Cretaceous period, approximately 68 to 66 million years ago. They're herbivores, and they like to live in herds, so similar to elephants of today. Now, I will say that finally, the Triceratops was usually found in what is now North America, and one of the reasons why we find so many in Montana is one of the main areas where they existed was on the North American continent was Montana. So I will be bringing in some of my fossils that I have from this museum that went out of business. My house is full of them to the brim. So to my students, there's more. Okay, there's more fossils than just the ones at the school. There's thousands of more fossils, and I'm actually having to put them in storage lockers as we speak. And so I will be exchanging them. I'll bring this in, and we'll glue it back together just like in an actual museum with specific types of glue and we'll clean it and prepare it so for next year, the next class that comes in can see a better example. Although I won't be able to take it off, of course, and show you the horn by itself. But I hope everything is going well. I hope everyone likes the school. It seems that way. And just stay curious, my friends, because there is more to come, and not just fossils. I have a string of experiments I'd like, and also more fossils, obviously. But doing my new experiments are going to have to do with quantum physics, and specifically looking at alpha and beta particles, and also muon detection, and even trying to get some neutrinos, which are intrinsically very difficult to capture. But I have found a way and method. So all that and more. So stay tuned and stay curious, my friends. And I am so glad that the school is so successful so early. Being a member of the accreditation company, having all of the local community and support, it's been an amazing experience so far, and I only hope for more. So stay curious, my friends.